Okay, so today we are going to master time management in IELTS reading by clearing the misconceptions for the question type true, false, and not given, and how can we improve this type of questions. So let's start with the rules if the answer is true. So the rule behind if the answer is true is if the question statement exactly matches the information in the passage, which means if the meaning must be same even if the different words are used. It means that if paraphrasing is done, if the sentence is done in active or passive, if the sentence structure is different from the question, but the information is still matching with the passage with the question. So the answer will be true always. If a passage contains a sentence that is, cats are popular pets in many households, and the question statement is, many families keep cats as pets, it means that in the question they are stating that many families keep cats as pets, and in the passage it's showing the same, that cats are pets in many households. Many households are replaced by many families cat keep cats as pets, which means popular pets that are cats. So the information is matching, meaning is same, so the answer is true because same meaning with different words. Let's move to the rules for false. So in the case of false, the statement, which is the question statement, always contradict with the information in the passage. It means if the passage says the opposite of the question statement, the answer will be always false. For example, in the passage, it says cats are not common pets in household. And the question is, many families keep cats as pet. So it contradicts. Contradicts means it opposes the question statement and doesn't match the information with the passage statement. So the question statement is different and it contradicts too, but the information is given. So the answer will be false. Let's see the rules for not given. So what happened in the not given case? Have a sharp ear for this concept because this is somehow deep. So in the case of not given, the question statement is not mentioned at all in the passage, which means if there is no information to confirm or to contradict the statement, the answer should be not given. Even if you think it logical, do not assume. So I'll explain these rules with an example, but firstly, let's try to understand the rule, which means if the statement, the question statement, the question the demand of the question is not mentioned at all in the passage, which means the passage is full of sentences, but still the information, the question statement is not there in the passage. In order to confirm, in order to contradict, there is no such information which is asked in the question. So, for example, if the passage holds a sentence that is, cats are popular pets in many households, and the question demand is, cats are the most popular pet in the world. So the difference between the question statement and the passage statement is the question demands cats' popularity in pets in the world, but in the passage it says that cats are popular pets. This remains similar in both of the question statement and passage, but in the passage it says in many households, but here in the question it states in the world. So this here comes the difference, that answer is not given, which means the passage talks about the popularity but doesn't say if the cats are the most popular in the world. So this information is not given in the passage at all. There is some evidence, like some students have doubt that there is some evidence for the statement that cats are popular, but it contradicts as household versus world. So why this is not false? Why this is not given? So this doubt will be solved. This doubt will be solved with a great solution. But let's see. If the passage states, cats are popular pets in many households, but the question asks, cats are the most popular pet in the world. The answer is not given, not false. Why? What's the reason? The reason is the passage confirms cats are popular in households, but it doesn't mention whether they are the most popular in the world. So, since the information is missing, not confirmed, or contradicted, the answer is not given. False is only used when the passage directly contradicts, and not given is used when the passage doesn't provide enough information to decide. So, the key takeaways for true, false, and not given are For true, the statement is directly supported by the passage. For false, the statement contradicts the information in the passage. Not given, passage doesn't mention the information at all to confirm or to contradict the statement, the question statement. So, if we have a practice passage here, we'll solve three questions. Cats are the most popular pet in the world. Many families prefer cats because they require less attention than dogs. The passage states that dogs are not kept as pets in Asian countries. So we'll quickly solve these questions. So, question one is cats are the most popular pet in the world. Question states that this is the most popular pet in the world. The passage mentions about cat that they are popular in many households worldwide, but it doesn't confirm that they are the most popular. So what it states, determining the most popular pet worldwide remains challenging as different surveys report varying results based on specific regions and methodologies. So this means that there is no definitive evidence that cats are the number one pet worldwide, making the statement false because it contradicts the information given in the passage. What the question is demanding? The question says cats are the most popular pet in the world, but in the passage, it doesn't provide the evidence that cats are number one pets. They say the passage mentions that cats are popular pets in many households worldwide, but it doesn't confirm that they are the most popular globally. Let's move to the second question. Second question is many families prefer cats because they require less attention than dogs. So here the passage directly supports this idea, says many families choose cats because they require less attention than dogs and are well suited for apartment living. So here it directly supports this the passage directly supports this idea with the question statement. So this is true. So next question is the passage states that dogs are not kept as pets in Asian countries. So, in the passage, it states, meanwhile, in some Asian and European countries, cats are often preferred over dogs due to space constraints and cultural factors, which means that dogs are not kept as pets at all. Passage simply says that in some places, cats are preferred. Since the passage does not confirm or deny whether dogs are kept as pets in Asia, the answer is not given because we cannot infer something that is not stated. So in the passage, it doesn't. So in the passage, it's not stated at all because in the passage it says Asian and European countries are like the cats are often preferred over dogs due to space reasons and cultural factors. So the passage talks about cats ownership in Asian and European countries, but the question here states dogs are not kept as pets in Asian countries. So it doesn't provide any kind of evidence in the passage, whatever is asking in the question, so it is not given. So let's move to an example question here. So we'll do the question number 6 first. The question number 6 states the Online Resolution Center of PayPal is really recalled for its efficiency. Recall means have a good reputation. So let's see the third paragraph, last one. If you paid using PayPal. So this starts with if you paid using PayPal, comma, use PayPal's Online Resolution Center to report any dispute or to report your dispute. You must do this within 180 days of paying. So in the passage, it states that you can use PayPal's Online Resolution Center for reporting the dispute. And in the question statement, it says that the center has a good reputation for efficiency. So the question statement is not giving the passive statement isn't giving any evidence regarding the question statements. So the information is not present. There is no such information to contradict or to confirm. Then it means the sixth question is not given. So let's move to the next question, which is question number 5. You can use the chargeback scheme for a credit card payment of more than £100. So the options are true, false, and not given. And the question demand is the chargeback scheme for credit card payment if it is more than £100. So in the second paragraph, first line, it says if you paid by credit card, then the cost of item should be less than £100. But The question is saying more than £100, and in the passage it states cost less than £100. So the information in the passage contradicts from the question statements, so the answer should be false. And let's move to the next question, which is question number 4. There's a time limit when using the chargeback scheme for a debit card payment, which means there should be a time limit when using the chargeback scheme if the card is debit one. So let's move to the first paragraph and the first line, and it says that if you paid by debit card, so it means debit card is confirmed as such. The information in the passage in the question, it's matched. Contact your bank and say if you want the chargeback scheme. So the information of chargeback scheme is also matched with the question statement and the paragraph statement. And if the bank agrees, they can ask the seller's bank to refund the amount. Many bank staff doesn't know about the scheme, so you might need to speak to a supervisor or manager. You should do this within 120 days of when you paid. So it mentions that there is a time limit of 120 days when you paid. So the question is demanding the same. So the answer is true because every question's information is matching with the passage information. So here's the answer is true. So the question number 1 states, chronobiology is the study of how living things have evolved over time. Evolve means changed over time. So passage references paragraph number 1, line number 1 to 3. It states, chronobiology might sound a little futuristic, like something from a science fiction novel, perhaps, but it's actually a field of study that concerns one of the oldest processes life on this planet has ever known. Short-term rhythms of time and their effect on flora and fauna. So here, the reason behind false. So here the passage clearly states this, that chronobiology is the study of short-term rhythms of time and the effect on flora and fauna. Flora and fauna refers to plants and animals. So it doesn't show the study that how living things have evolved over time. So the question demands evolved over time, which means the change that is present over the time, that is evolutionary kind of thing. Since this contradicts the statement of the question with the passage statement, then the answer is false. Let's move to the second question. The second question states, the rise and fall of sea level affects how sea creatures behave. So the passage references paragraph number 2, line number 1. Marine life, for example, is influenced by tidal patterns. So tidal patterns are caused by the rise and fall of sea levels, and passive states marine life is influenced by tidal patterns, which confirms that sea creatures' behavior is affected by them. Here, the information is matched with passage information, then the answer is true. Let's move to the next question. That's question number 3. Most animals are active during the daytime, and the passage references paragraph number 2, line number 2 to 6. Animals tend to be active or inactive depending on the position of sun or moon. Numerous creatures, human included, are largely diurnal. That is, they like to come out during the hours of sunlight. Nocturnal animals such as bats and possums refer to forage by night. A third group are known as crepuscular. They thrive in low light of dawn and dusk, and remain inactive at other hours. So here the passage mentions diurnal, nocturnal, and crepuscular animals, but it doesn't state whether most animals are active. So here the information that is most animals are active during the daytime is missing. There is no information to confirm or to contradict the statement. Then the answer should be not given. Let's move to the fourth. Let's move to the question number 4. Circadian rhythms identify how we do different things in different ways. So paragraph references paragraph number 3, line number 2. This is the complete cycle of our bodies are naturally geared to undergo with the passage of 24 hours a day. Here, the passage states the circadian rhythms repeat within 24 hours a day. The statement incorrectly suggests that circadian rhythms determine variations between different days, which is not true.